Welcome back, family. Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy T 1111 Energy. So, this may be significant to some of y'all, okay? No projection. Every time I get ready to do this little, and they are horrid, but it's okay. It's supposed to help you, okay? Every time I get ready to do something, right? I channel a message. Let me tell y'all. Ooh, and I just heard loud as day. They're jealous of you because you're half alien. I said, what? Or that's how they're viewing you. They are viewing you to be half alien. So, Spirit's going to have to tell us about this energy because I am wondering if it's because of your gifts. Maybe gifts like yours are only given. Mm, that was interesting. It's because of your gifts. You're half alien. They want to. These folks, they've been studying you. They want to study you. Yeah, be careful. Because I'm like, you ain't no science project, but somebody out here feels like you were half alien. So let's tap into this energy and see what it is that the divine needs and wants us to know. First and foremost, we will be invoking our protection, okay? So I call upon the divine light. And I'm sorry. Hold on. I just heard this loud and clear. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and tap it in and hit your notification bell. You see, I came in hot because I'm like, what? Okay, now we can bring in our protection. I call upon the divine light to surround me. I invite my ancestors, guides, and protectors to stand with me. No lower energy may enter this space. Only what serves truth, healing, and highest good is welcomed here, and so it is. Ashe. Okay, family, so now listen. They feel, look, my little alarm on my machine going off. That's a confirmation. They feel like you are half alien. Now, what is this? And this is a sinking feeling for them. They have a bad hunch about someone that proves to be true. Look, ooh, shut up. So they feel like this is a bad hunch, and it does prove to be true. You are half alien. Ooh. And they could have been sensing this, or you could have been sensing this, okay? And some of you could have found it to be maybe an overwhelming thought, maybe an anxious thought, but they are definitely dreading this because something you've done has proven that you are. And there's anxiety and worrisome and realization and a foreboding here. Ooh, shut up. Oh, Lord, I just heard that. What if somebody... What if somebody knows that you're half alien and now they're worried about something? Oh, let me see. I'm not following it, but Three Eye Atlas came into mind, and I do remember getting a message where, y'all could have probably summoned something that was, a quadrillion light years away, and it just arrived. But somebody does have a bad hunch about someone, and it had proved to be true. This is you. They got a sinking feeling here. Why they got a sinking feeling? What's this sinking feeling about? Damn. You got make believe and win. Okay, let's see how the order of the message goes. Okay, flawless execution. Some sort of project or a task goes off without a hitch because you paid attention to some sort of detail and going as planned. So you are in alignment with whatever source has you in alignment with, and a precise implementation. So you implemented something at the precise moment. Mm. Mm. And this could have been some make believe, la la land energy that hey, we always speak about heaven on earth. Well, peep game, let me explain something to you, family. That has always been a saying, heaven on earth, right? And what does heaven on earth look like to you? Full of vegetation, synchronizations, just a very high vibrational energy, right? Let me make it make sense while I'm trying to describe to you what heaven on earth looks like. That's what it looks like. and represented. Dang, I didn't even notice that. Number 7. That's God's number. I feel like a lot of people have been making it hell on earth and then them living a fake make-believe heaven on earth when heaven on earth is for everybody. And all over the world. It's not just a certain region, okay? It's all over the world. And I feel like there's a lot of people that they have made a fake, fictitious, is that a word? Okay, whatever. Okay, but a fake world. They were living in La La Land because it was just too damn idealistic. When I say that, I'm talking about greedy people. You know, the planet has, okay, millions in the U.S. and then just imagine all those millions everywhere else, okay? You're past trillions of people. There's trillions of people in the world, okay? And when you look at it like that, the majority of everyone is not living like heaven on earth. Just the select few. Your entertainers, your you know, just call them the elite. Okay, just call them the elite. The people with the money, honey. And I feel like somebody knows that you are definitely, okay, half alien. And I don't want to say like half alien like that. I don't like that. You are half from another galaxy world, part of the galactic realm, part of supernatural energies. You are half of a supernatural energy. Mm-hmm. A very godly energy. See, these people, their make-believe was the La La Land of what they had going on. Very select few. Ain't nobody out here buying islands, but there's folks out here buying islands. You feel me? You see how that went? Exactly. Okay. So just imagine, and don't let it go over your head. There's nobody out here buying islands, and then there's people out here buying islands. That's a straight up distinction. Okay? The majority of humankind during this human experience, they ain't up here buying no islands, right? Look, they already knew you was bringing in this goodbye energy, the long goodbye. Yeah, because you brought to the forefront what they've been lying about this entire time. Everybody can have paradise on earth, and not this ain't no make-believe shit. Ugh, that's just irritated me. This is the fact that, you know, you were too idealistic for a lot of people. You were believing in the impossible because they said it was impossible. It's not impossible. It is very real. It's just they were enjoying it because of how they've hogged some shit up. Money monglers. Somebody called them mongers. My grandma, I've always heard an L in there, but you know what I mean? So yeah, they are very upset and sinking feeling because they know this the long goodbye. But see, they knew this was coming 205 years ago. Some of them spoke about it 786 years ago. Or 766 years ago. Maybe 752 years ago. But here is the divine in the present with number 7. Because that make-believe was not. They know you brought something in. That's why they got this sinking feeling. Connection slowly fading without confrontation. Exactly. Because you were disconnected from these people because you already knew they was alive. I feel like, you know, look, Spirit said flirting with danger, risky or potentially harmful behavior, pushing boundaries, understands negative consequences. See, this is what it is. A lot of folks is pissed off at you for speaking out on some things. I feel like this family, listen, you do not know the energy and you do not know. There are times where, you know what I'm saying, I feel like many of you have already decided what it was going to be. You've already allowed yourself to definitely step into your higher self, and you already know what time it is when you've done that. Okay? Don't let it go over your head and take it how it resonates. So these people already knew that you speaking the truth was flirting with danger. That pissed them off. That's why they've been on your helmet. Because they knew you were the deliverer of this. You that unseen hero. See, they knew about you. That's why they have that hero syndrome. They don't like you. Because that is you. This is who you are. This is what you were, to break the veil, to lift the veil, to remove the veil. And they knew that. They knew that this long goodbye and you speaking your truths was straight up flirting with danger. They knew it would be risky and potentially harmful, especially when you got to pointing out people's behavior, pushing boundaries, understanding negative consequences. You feel me? So yeah, right now there's negative consequences. They all over your helmet. They all over you. They messing with you left and right. But it's like, well, listen, you can do what you need to do. You can throw whatever you've got to throw. I promise you though. Mm-hmm. What's understood don't need to be spoken type energy. Okay? But you were the unseen hero here. Quite source. You're a quiet source. Okay? Oh, and I keep it spirits like, and you were quite the source. Okay, you were quite the source. All right. The risky, potential harmful behavior of these people. Yeah, you were quite the source. Cause you done been through some shit. You know what time it was. Them motherfuckers was plotting on you since the day you moved back home. For those of you who moved back home. For those of you that have moved to other states, they sent the motherfucking minions there too. Just to keep an eye on you because they know you are half. I guess I just gotta say what it is. Alien. Half alien. You are half being from another world, another galaxy. Wow. Confirmation. Y'all know y'all heard that, huh? You are. And this here, yeah, that unseen hero, yeah, you were quite the source, but you are you're a quiet energy. Yeah, a quiet source of support for others. You are at that. A support on the sidelines, a supportive without acknowledgement. That's who you being. Like you just somebody that you stuff, hey, I don't know. You're not big on that. I don't feel like the planet you're from or the energies you are feeling, they're not big on like recognition type energy. Like, oh yeah, pat on the back, all that. You like, ugh. Don't call me out type, I don't need nobody to know. Yeah, they don't, a lot of people don't realize you would rather be this unseen hero type energy. You don't have to be seen, but it's almost like your recognition comes from the Most High God. That's the most important thing I feel for you. The most important thing to you is that your recognition comes from the Most High. You don't care about what other people think. And it's not like you're looking down on them or you're, devaluing their, appreciation or whatever for you, but it's just like, people are appreciating you for things that should automatically come natural. Huh? Did that make sense? Like, you like, well, I don't thank you, but that's supposed to already have been done type energy. Okay. What? And what is this? Yeah. Frenzied followers. Okay, so now you have obsessively following a person, or somebody could be obsessively following you, okay, over a trend or an idea without question or considering consequences, okay, and it was chaotic. All right, so this is what is going down. Like you spoke some truths, and it did rock worlds. And I feel like it really mainly rocked the world of those who were keeping everyone in deceit and putting them into situations to where, they had to do things. Yeah, I can't make it. Shut the fuck. Like, now, this said bootleg, but I promise you when I looked at it, it was bootlicking. I promise you. That's crazy. You had to deal with a lot of people that had to do a lot of the bootleg, bootlicking type energy. Fake copy of something better, cheap, and, invaluable, second best, not quite good enough type energy. And that's what it was. You had people that, wanted to mimic you and who you were. And it's like, nah, 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 nah. Because here's what I want to tell you, family. Everybody done spoke out against this shit. You know how many people you've had come up against you because they didn't want you to be who you were, who you are. They don't want you to know that you are half God, alien, whatever you want to call yourself. And you really are. Like you come from something that ain't on earth. I'm just gonna lay it out there. Mm-hmm. You come from something that is not on earth. You already knew, you know what I'm saying? That you walking this path was exactly your purpose. That's why you were sent here. You were sent here to wake up the masses so that they know, wait a minute now, you can have whatever you want. Quit playing. You can have whatever you want. You do have to work towards it, though. Oh, it's just not going to be given to you and handed to you on a platter. If you thought that, you thought wrong. Oh, no, 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 no. There's work. And I mean a lot of it. And discipline. See, I lack in discipline when it comes to this workout thing. I ain't going to lie. I told somebody the other day, I'm thicker than a Snickers shit. But you know what? It's like, no, that's an excuse. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, family. You come from the energies where you have to be disciplined. You have to walk a certain path in order to get to what blessings the Most High, the divine creator of all living things, has for you. Is not handed to you. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. You got to put in the work. We often talk about putting in the work. We talk about the shadow side, blah, 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 right? The shadow side has a lot to do with your perspective and your thoughts and how you think. See, I hate, such a strong word, but real. I hate people that try to tell me what the hell I'm thinking or that I think wrong. You don't know what I think about. You talk too much. That's what I be thinking. A lot of the times I be looking at people like, you talk too much. I say exactly what I'm guided to say. The truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Don't get to ask me no questions because you're going to get more than what you ask for. Because I don't like to be questioned, first of all. And then second of all, once I can get it all out, then you just have it. And I hope you wrote it down. Because I don't really like repeating myself. Sometimes I will, though. It depends on who you are type energy. So these energies out here, you know what I'm saying, with this fake copy, a fake copy of something better, right? Okay. Cheap and, invaluable energy. I feel like you conquered that flawlessly. Flawlessly. Because you're not, where you're from, family, you can't be fake. Because it's almost like, where you're from, everybody can read everybody's intentions. Everybody can read everybody's mind. Everybody can read everybody's thoughts. So where you're from is like, there's no future in the fronting. Okay? Look, you woke people up to that. No future in your fronting. Okay, you woke people up to that. Look, people are starting to remember the good times. Okay, the unshakable love. Okay, the cultural clashes. Oh, I'll be damned. And DNA, shut your mouth. Y'all got 3 decks over here. I promise you. Let me show you these. I got 3 decks because the cards are so much. So I just said I'll start with any deck. Something said DNA was going to come out. Now, these are the other 2 because they're just too heavy. Not too heavy. That was not the right word. It's a big deck. Okay. It is a very big deck. And so I had to break it down. And then I said I could just, read from each deck. Boom. Look what comes out. Ooh, I'm hyped about that too because I heard DNA is going to come out. And I was like, you think? I be having private conversations too. Okay. So listen, people knew that you was going to look, your DNA, it can't be fake. It can't be bootlegged. And it was feeling suspicious to this person. I'm telling you, they was suspicious about it. They was like, oh, they're an alien. They're not from this planet. And you're like, oh, get over it, shit. Okay. Look, somebody's like, I'm sorry. They saying I'm sorry. Late apologies out here. Ooh wee. Listen, it was your DNA, okay? Family, your DNA definitely isn't no bootleg. But that's what they knew. And that was the sinking feeling. And that's what had them all up in their head. Because they knew your DNA was special. For whoever's resonating with this, okay? They were feeling suspicious about a person's past or their actions. And they were very suspicious about your past because of your DNA. What else does it say? Yeah. And they had needed some sort of evidence to soothe their emotions. So that's why they've been monitoring you. You don't give a damn. Leave me. Listen. All you know is you like E.T. done phoned home. Yeah, somebody out here, right? They know that it's a late apology. It's too late. The time has passed to ask for forgiveness. It would be an insincere apology. It would be some damage has been done. It's too late for the I'm sorry's, okay? Because I feel like they know that you bring down this energy. They know that you can bring back to life the energies of unshakable love, okay? Deep-rooted affections that grow stronger with time, unwavering affection, steady and resilient energy. They know you could do that. They know they've had everybody at a very cultural type clash energy. I promise you they know that. They know that, they know that, they know that. You know, they've had people looking at the differences, right? Differences in backgrounds are causing misunderstandings, differing values or lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? They know that they have been doing that. They know it. They know you can restore unshakable love after a time of going through cultural clashes. So, you know, they had this cultural clash thing was, you know, all made up, all make believe prior to their propaganda and their stereotyping. Because I promise you, you could find some really good ass people and people you felt like you would never even find them in. You find them in them before you find them in them. Huh? Message. Okay. So they already knew you had the ability to bring back this unshakable love because they know what your DNA is made of. Okay, this nostalgia trap here, yearning for the past. See, a lot of people have been yearning for the past. Now, let me tell you what this means. See, there are some folks that did not go for the propaganda, did not go for the buffoonery, did not go for the monkey brain energy. Okay, they were like, man, you just going too hard against groups of people. And for what? What do they hold? What do they bring to the table? Each group of persons, peoples, and groups, they have this DNA within it. Yeah. They have this DNA within it. They were tired. People were tired of the days of lazy lovers. The fuck you mean? I'm serious, family. Like, you know, look, everybody has a position, right? Okay. The position is to stand strong and to help guide and be words of wisdom and wise for your masculine energies, feminine energies, divine, masculine energies, you know. Men would have conversations, masculine energies would have conversations with their feminine energies, especially their partners and the ones that they felt significant with or to, and would discuss the things, right? Nowadays, you just got people doing shit on a whim. They just fucking, and they blame it to this midlife crisis type energy. They be like, I'm going through a midlife crisis. I just went and bought a $400,000 car. And you like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, y'all, I was like, dude, wait, I'm here to tell you, family, I done seen some weird shit. You know, I love you too. I be over there like, damn, really? Okay, now I know y'all know who Q Hef is, right? Q Hef be having some stuff out, but I just came across this thing where they were talking about, you know, something, you know, people, visitors going to other states and, you know what I'm saying, falling victim to, you know, crime or whatever. And I thought to myself, damn, that's fucked up, right? Well, peep game, there is a guy, and I swear to God, y'all, I looked at that shit and I said, what the fuck? I guess he has some sort of $600,000 watch, and he posted it on social media, and some people came to try to rob him for it. But y'all, I was blown away at the watch. I really was. Because it had a plastic band. It had a, one of them thick plastic bands. It wasn't like you know how Rolexes are. Listen, y'all, when I saw that watch, I said that was not a $600,000 watch. Like, that just blew my mind. And the band was actually kind of the color of of this here, but darker, a little bit darker, right? Y'all, it blew my mind. Because I was scratching my head. I was scratching my head for real. And they said it was a Ramagam, was some kind of watch with and $600,000. I'm hoping that was wrong. I'm hoping she meant 60,000. Even if it was still too much. But nevertheless, people are tired. They're yearning to get back to the days where this ain't this lazy lover energy type thing going on. Because I'm telling you, I don't want to. $600,000 for a watch. People are missing the times where they're yearning for the past when they were able to accelerate and assist in one's growth versus preventing one's growth. People are only remembering the good memories and dismissing the bad memories. These people knew you could do that. You got a lot of lazy lovers out here that want to apologize to you because they were using your energy, and sacrificing you day in, day out, metaphorically, because you with the shit physically. So I don't know how that good boy. It's kind of like, yeah, you have this, stale relationship and shit that was just, lingering around you with their little rat ass. Okay. Cause see, they'll tell some bullshit. And then when you like, well, hold the fuck up. You think, let me tell you something. I don't know who these people are that feel like you are not supposed to stand up for yourself and speak up on what's happening in your life. That's a lot of audacity to tell anybody that they can't speak up on what's affecting them in a negative fashion. Motherfuckers got your nerve. And then they'll try to say how you a snitch and a rat when you talking about your own motherfucking life. You ain't said nothing about nobody else's because they gonna speak up for their own shit. But when you bitch please, I'm like, like what? Type energy. You had still ass lovers out here. That was a rap, motherfucker, okay? They was all up under you, running back everything about you to these people who already knew about your DNA. This is somebody that totally took you for granted. Now they could possibly be feeling trapped in whatever connections that they started. They need to add some spark back into their connection. This lazy lover energy over here that wants to come out and apologize, but you don't even trust them anymore. You would never trust any of them anymore because they know exactly who you are. You know who you are. They know who your DNA is too. And a lot of folks don't want that shit to be you. It's like, what? They're the yes, yes, and yes. Now here's what else Spirit is saying, okay? When you refuse to work with this energy, when you refuse to deal with, what it was that they were bringing to the table, it caused a downward spiral for many of them. They could have started seeing things take place in their families because it was like, you really partnered up with someone to come against me type energy. Yeah, because it takes things a while, okay, to form into what they're going to form into. You were searching for, an unbreakable love, a love that could lift the veil. But instead, you were getting a bunch of bums. And I'm just going to say it. And it's because they were allowing to be that. That was the role they were coming in playing. This is giving me like somebody trying to, get with someone just so they could monitor them up close and personal. Yeah. Look, I can't make it up. People know that you are going through that you're about to step into financial freedom. These people right here, they really wanted to take you out for speaking your truth, because they knew you were going to be the one that was going to be upgrading. Yep, selling above the drama. And this is what the future is looking like, and they are pissed about that. They really did not want you to speak the truth because they knew you were the one that could break all this. Financial freedom out here, yeah, you're going to control, you're gaining control over, and you're going to control, I can't make it up, you're going to control your finances. Not only are you going to control your finances, but you're going to be gaining control over your finances. Okay, living comfortably without constant worry. Okay. You have this energy of upgrading. Okay, upgrading. Not just yourself. I'm telling you, your energy is so big. You, this unseen hero, your energy is so big that you're going to be upgrading, okay, and upgrading the masses, definitely upgrading the way they think about themselves and what they can accomplish. You're getting, or you're going to be doing better than ever. You already are, or you're going to be doing better than before. You could possibly be seeing those signs at this time because you're not allowing others to treat you as less than. These people did not want you up in that energy. I'm telling you, their whole goal was to get you out of that energy, to get you, and I mean by any means necessary. Them motherfuckers was willing to do the ultimate no. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got to the point where you sailed above the drama. You stayed unbothered and keeping your peace and staying focused on the Most High God because you already know what time it is. Okay, you already know what time it is. I just heard there is no ending. There is no ending. It's like you keep coming back, whoever you are. So you stay unbothered and you keep your peace and you don't let things, get you all upset and up in arms. Okay, you rather not get involved with certain things, no matter what, no matter how they try, you will not get involved with certain things. And that's part of the issue. See, these people already know what time it is. They knew you were going to be the one to bring all of this to an end, and they are really upset. And somebody out here is talking about, I'm sorry, but that's a late apology. And I feel like it has a lot to do with these lovers. Yeah, because see, you got the green light. It's a go. See, I feel like this past energy here, when you spoke that, this present energy, when you were flawless in your execution, when it came to all these bootleg ass energies, bootlicking energies I'm hearing too, okay? When it came to this DNA test, and feeling suspicious about a person, they was mad about you, somebody's out here trying to say, I'm sorry, this is a lazy lover, I feel like, yeah, they should be sorry. Because I'm telling you, what's coming your way is what you've been manifesting. You have been manifesting for a very long time. Paradise on earth. Karmic rewards, good things are coming your way. For past kindness, blessings, and positive experiences are here. I cannot make it up. And at the bottom of the deck, we got this. Hey, beautiful. Whoever you are, okay, private DMs, okay, somebody trying to keep this shit from the public, keeping it a secret, down low behavior, okay, could be shameful, unwilling to make it public, you may be getting some of those for whoever that portion of the message is resonating with. But I feel like these people out here, they know exactly who you are. They didn't want you to know who you were, and they damn sure didn't want you to step into that power of speaking, the truth. That was flirting with danger because you were this unseen hero. Now folks is like, oh my God. And they're upset because you executed something flawlessly. And you did it from a perspective where you weren't trying to be fake. Because all you did was share experiences that you literally lived. Ain't that what rappers and music artists do? They sit up there and make songs and raps off of supposedly what they've been through. Now, many of them have. I ain't gonna take nothing from them. Shit, they done been raised up in some shit. But then, you found out them ones that haven't. They talk about them all the time on good old YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But you just spoke truth off of what you really been through. It wasn't like you was making some shit up. It's a long way from that. Shit, you got receipts and track records and shit. Yeah, you do. They were so suspicious about your DNA. This person over here, they like, I am sorry. Somebody out here is scared. It's an ex-lover out here sitting here in some sort of stale relationship, and whoever they with, they know they got a lazy lover. You could be experiencing this. You could be this half and half energy I'm picking up on. This God is alien energy. And you got one of them. And you know it. And then many of us have had one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm playing. Okay, let me not go. But yes. Yes. See, they already know what you're bringing in. They already know what you're bringing in. It is not going to be no more of that stereotypical bull crap that we have been listening to. It's like shit. No, you know what I'm saying? No. You're going to have to know the person's heart. They're going to know your heart. They're going to know your mind. They're going to know how you move. Somebody is coming in exactly perfectly for you. And many are waiting to get back to those days. Okay, family? So I'm going to leave that message here. Take it how it resonates. I love you and the divine loves you. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Hitting your notification bell, tapping in. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for finding the space for all the family members that are coming back. And for those of you that are for real and you're not in here to bring up the negativity and all that other kind of stuff, and don't come in here trying to judge me, because you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to judge you, but I will speak the truth. So if you feel judged by some of the things that come out, I apologize, but not really, because that must be something you have to work on. And I don't want to disrespect you, but I do need you to know that, because, hey, I'm still working on me, okay? So there is no judgment, all right? Let's close out. I release the weight of the matrix, its deception and betrayal. I stand rooted in my truth, and I call back my power, my light, and my peace. I am whole, I am becoming, and so it is. Ashe. Okay, family. And till next time, you have a magnificent day. Ashe.